When you're standing in a warehouse or a small workshop and you have a stack of pallets that could tip the balance of a whole shipment, the last thing you need is a guessing game. That hesitation wondering whether the scale you're looking at will actually hold up under a 10-ton load, whether it will give you a reliable 2-pound readout, or whether you'll end up buying something that takes up too much floor space can cost you time and money. In this review I'm going to walk through what the Optima Scales OP9164x610 actually does in a real-world setting, where its value comes from, and who should walk away with a purchase and who should keep looking. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the category itself, heavy-duty pallet scales, has a few non-negotiables. You need a platform big enough to accommodate a standard 48-inch by 40-inch pallet, a capacity that can handle the heaviest load you expect, and a readout that's precise enough for inventory or shipping calculations. Most people who buy into this space are either running a small to medium distribution operation, a manufacturing line that needs to verify raw material weights, or a logistics outfit that must document freight for compliance. What separates a decent scale from a frustrating one is how much it blends into the workflow rather than forcing you to redesign it. The OP9/16 4 by 6 foot platform checks the size box right away. It's large enough to sit under a full pallet of boxed goods without you having to shift the load around. In practice, that means you can roll a loaded pallet onto the scale, let the wheels settle, and get a reading in seconds. The 10,000-pound capacity is where the heavy-duty label really matters. I've spoken with a few owners of mid-size warehouses who regularly load pallets of bulk hardware or industrial chemicals that tip the 8,000-pound mark. For them, the ability to weigh up to 10,000 pounds without worrying about overloading the platform is a real safety net. The 2-pound increment is subtle but useful. It lets you catch those small variances that add up when you're tracking inventory across hundreds of pallets a week. One of the practical strengths of the Optima model is its NTEP certification. That isn't just a marketing badge. NTEP, National Type Evaluation Program, certification means the scale has passed a set of standardized tests for accuracy and repeatability. In everyday use, that translates to confidence when you need to certify a shipment for a carrier or a regulatory body. I've seen businesses get flagged for inaccurate weight documentation, and a certified scale can be the difference between a smooth dispatch and a costly holdup. Installation is where the hidden trade-offs start to surface. The platform itself is sturdy, but it does require a relatively flat, level floor. In older facilities with uneven concrete, you'll need to either shim the scale or use a separate leveling plate. That's an extra step that can be overlooked if you're just focused on the headline capacity. The scale also needs a stable power source. It doesn't run on batteries. If you're setting it up in a temporary staging area, you'll have to make sure you have a reliable outlet nearby or run an extension cord that can handle the load. Those are small logistical details, but they matter when you're trying to keep the workflow moving. Another practical consideration is data handling. The OP916 provides a basic digital readout that's easy to read from a distance, which is great for a quick check on the shop floor. However, it doesn't come with built-in wireless connectivity or a USB port for exporting data directly to a computer. If your operation relies on integrating weight data into an inventory management system, you'll need an extra step, either manually logging the numbers or investing in a separate data capture device. For a business that just needs a visual confirmation of weight, that's fine. For a tech-savvy operation, it might feel a bit limiting. Durability-wise, the construction feels solid. The steel frame and the platform's load-bearing ribs are designed to take the constant traffic of forklifts and pallet jacks. In environments where the floor sees a lot of wear, the scale's underside is reinforced to resist denting. That's a practical strength you'll notice over months of use. The scale stays level, the readout doesn't drift, and there's no need for frequent recalibration. Speaking of calibration, Optima includes a built-in routine that you can trigger with a simple button press. It's not a full-blown auto-calibration system, but it's straightforward enough that a shop floor supervisor can handle it without calling a technician. Now, who should walk away with this scale in the back of a truck? If you run a facility that moves pallets daily, need to verify loads for carrier compliance, or simply want to eliminate the guesswork from your shipping department, the OP916 fits the bill. Its high capacity, certified accuracy, and sizable platform make it a workhorse for anyone who can dedicate a permanent spot on a level floor. Small e-commerce sellers who only occasionally ship a pallet.